Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in here. I know it's been a hot minute. I'm sorry, there's been a lot of change that's going on. I'm in the middle of this process of moving and it's been very, very hectic and it's been very hard on my energy. And so I had to do a lot of centering for myself before I could do any kind of readings or anything like that. There's just too much going on personally and I apologize for that. Anyways, I'm back though. Please know, as far as personal readings go, my schedule has changed drastically. So I'm only able to read now on the weekends. That means if I get a request on one and I'm not able to get to it one weekend, it would need to wait to the following weekend. So please be mindful of that before placing any readings, and I apologize. I mean, there will be times where sporadically I'll be able to get to them throughout the week, and as far as urgent readings and things like that, I'll be in communication with people personally that way, but just keep in mind, please, there will be readings that I won't be able to get to until about a week later. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this and see what pops up for you. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see what comes through. This is going to be your general love reading for February 2018. So the first row, we have 10 of Cups, 9 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and 10 of Wands. We have Ace of Cups, 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and 3 of Wands. So let's see what we have going on here. 10 of Cups definitely is your energy there, Scorpio. I feel like there is a situation. Perhaps some of you have been in a situation that you fought long and hard for that really does truly make you happy when things are going well. But it's like this constant battle to keep things going well. It's this, because the 9 of Wands right next to this 10 of Cups would indicate to me that there's been a long-standing, like, hard-won battle. It's one that you're getting tired of having to fight. This is an energy of somebody who is willing to keep fighting. She's a seasoned warrior. She knows she can get to victory, but she's tired of having to fight. And it's right next to this 10 of Cups. So perhaps there is a situation where it's something that could truly bring happiness, but there is either an internal or external battle going on that is not allowing that to happen. Right next to that, we have the Knight of Pentacles, who's moving away from this 9 of Wands. But it's a slow process. This is the slowest Knight. Like, he's so slow. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign. This also indicates, though, something that is moving in the right direction. It's just moving very slowly, and that makes it incredibly taxing. There can be, that's where this 10 of Wands right next to that comes in. It's such a burden. Like, it's so taxing. I'm so tired. It's just this, it's so slow. So for some of you, that is a huge upset and frustration. It may be causing a lot of stress. Right after that, we have the Ace of Cups, and it's right directly under this 10 of Cups. So again, Scorpio, this could be your energy just being like, you're already there. I already know. And it's almost like some of you may be asking for a second chance from somebody, perhaps. It's like a new beginning because there was so much happiness perhaps in the past. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's just this, it's an opportunity for a new beginning. And then directly under that, you have the 10 of Swords that is right under this 9 of Wands, which is this long-standing, hard-fought battle. So it's like every single time we start over, and there's always this kind of betrayal or hurt, or there's like somebody. I feel like one party feels like they always get hurt over the other party, or based on circumstances having to do with the other party. It's like we've been through this before. Again, things moving very, very slowly. It doesn't seem to be improving, and that really hurts, and it's incredibly stressful. And this is under this 9 of Wands, so it's kind of like, I feel like for a lot of you, Scorpio may be feeling like it shouldn't be this difficult anymore. I shouldn't have to work this hard anymore. For a lot of you, I feel like that could be going on. But when it's good, it's so good. That's what makes it so difficult. Now, under this Knight of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Swords, which is the sleepless nights and stressed out energy constantly in your head. It's really being stuck in your head about the outcome of things. It's stressing yourself out. It's an incredible amount of stress, and it's dissipating so slowly because it's under this Knight of Pentacles. Yes, things are starting to move forward, but it's so slow. It's so stressful, and it's incredibly painful. So for a lot of you, it's a situation that it just feels like it's almost like I'm ready to throw in the towel. But then directly under this Ten of Wands, we have the Three of Wands, which that is an energy of somebody who's just waiting for their ships to come in. It's kind of like when you order a package from Amazon and it gives you your package will arrive at a date range, you know, between this date and that date. It's kind of like, well, it could show up anywhere within those dates and I'm just waiting for it. It's like, I know it's coming, I'm just waiting for it. And it's directly under this Ten of Wands. So it feels like there's some sort of turn in progression here toward the end of the month. So let's see what comes up when we clarify. Please clarify this Ten of Cups here for Scorpio, for love, for... Okay, all right. They're just jumping. Yeah. Wow. You have a Ten of Cups on top of a Ten of Cups. So there is a situation that truly does bring happiness that is right, like, around you. But then we have the Five of Wands on top of that. So I feel like there are other people involved. For some reason, there's drama involved or gossip involved about it. Or competition, perhaps. There's some sort of, like, gossip or backbiting, I feel like, or issues over, like, things that shouldn't be issues. Because I feel like there's so much overriding happiness that anybody that was truly your friend or truly cared about you wouldn't be involved in this kind of, like, this kind of drama. It just feels like drama to me. I don't know what's going on there, but I feel like there is drama surrounding your own happiness, and that's not cool. Please clarify this Nine of Wands here for Scorpio, for love, for February 2018. Please clarify this Nine of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you may be feeling like you have to choose, like, your happiness versus your friends or your family. Perhaps there are people who are turning their back on you based on what makes you happy, and that's not at all cool. It's on top of this Nine of Wands, which feels like perhaps this has been a battle for some of you. It's been a battle for a while, like, to be true to yourself versus being true to other people, perhaps because of whatever the concern over their opinions are, or being ostracized, or being talked about, or left out of something. But I feel like there's so much, I mean, to have two Tens of Cups right on top of each other, there's so much happiness there at stake. It's kind of like these other fives, they don't really matter. It matters in a moment, but not in the big picture, you know? So let's see what this Knight of Pentacles is about. And it is moving away from this, so hopefully there's change coming. But again, like I said, it's slow. Please clarify this Knight of Pentacles for love, for Scorpio, for February 2018. Okay, so on top of this Knight of Pentacles, we have the Strength card. Some of you may specifically be dealing with a Leo, or may have a Leo involved. This is a very self-explanatory card. On top of this Knight of Pentacles, like I said, he's the slowest moving of the Knights. He still moves relatively rapidly, but it's slow for the Knights. And so it does require some inner strength. It does require to draw on some inner reserve, because there is controversy, there is drama going on for whatever reason, but you're moving away from it. The Strength faces this controversy, and the Knight of Pentacles is moving away from it. So it's just requiring strength as long as that Knight is in close enough proximity for it to affect him. But it's almost over. This Ten of Wands is toward the end of the journey. This guy can see where he's going and where his destination is, and he's almost there. Please clarify this Ten of Wands here for Scorpio, for... yeah, the Three of Wands on top of this Ten of Wands, which is also directly under the Ten of Wands. So it's something that's saying that the ships are coming in. Yes, it's been delayed, but it's just delayed. It's still happening. Things are still moving forward. So let's see what this Ace of Cups is about. Please clarify this Ace of Cups here for Scorpio, for love, for February 2018. What is this Ace of Cups about here? the Death on top of this Ace of Cups. It's like a new beginning, it's a transformation taking place in a new beginning. It's on top of this new beginning. So this transformation takes place. Some of you, again, this is you. This is totally you, Scorpio. So this is a new beginning that has to do with love, that has to do with you specifically. And it's directly under these Tens of Cups here, which again is you specifically. So I feel like you are definitely in a position where you make a decision about this new beginning in love. Now, the next card we have is the Ten of Swords, which again is that backstab and betrayal or, you know, extreme pain type of a feeling. But that means the worst of it is over. Like the worst is already there. And it's directly after this new beginning and this transformation. So perhaps things take a turn. Let's see. Please clarify this Ten of Swords here for Scorpio, for love, for February 2018. What is this Ten of Swords about here? Okay, so on top of this Ten of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is an opportunity. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini. This could be also Aquarius or Libra. It's on top of this Ten of Swords. So I feel like some of you are in a position to really speak without emotion. It's almost like there's a transformation or an understanding that takes place on how to perhaps approach somebody or communicate something, because this communication is very direct. It is also very tame, but it is very assertive. It is very clear, and it's without emotion. There's no, it's straight logic. So that's almost 10 times as intimidating, because that means that they're serious. So I feel like some of you are going to be speaking your mind, or going to be hearing somebody speak their mind very directly to you about the effects, or you very directly to them about the effects of their behavior or what has been going on. Because again, I feel like there is some drama or gossip or backbiting going on that really doesn't necessarily have to do with you, other than it has to do with something that affects your happiness. And I feel like somebody's taking a stand on that, because it's on top of this Ten of Swords. It's like putting an end to this pain. But it's right after this new beginning in love here, Scorpio. So I feel like this is something that has to take place in order for things to move forward. Please clarify this Nine of Swords here for love, for Scorpio, for February 2018. What is this Nine of Swords about here? Please clarify this Nine of Swords here for Scorpio, for love. For February 2018, what is this Nine of Swords about here? Two of Wands on top of the Nine of Swords. So some of you may be literally in the process of having to make a decision between this or that. I don't know what this or that specifically is. It may be a group of friends. It may be your family. It may be literally people, like a person versus a person. But it's an incredibly stressful decision. It's one that you know that has to be made, but it's very, very taxing. But I do feel like it's made, because things do start to move forward here. And with this directly on top of this Nine of Swords, this is a decision that has to be made based on, I feel like, this conversation or this understanding that takes place with this Queen of Swords character. And so it sparks perhaps an acknowledgement of something that maybe you hadn't been aware of before, and that causes you some stress, and you recognize you need to make a decision. Or that could be, again, this is a general reading, so that could be vice versa. So there could be a conversation between you and somebody else, and that sparks them to have to do some deep introspection. It does cause them stress. It does affect them, and they recognize that they have to make a decision. Please clarify this Three of Wands here for love, for Scorpio, for February 2018. What is... Ooh! All right, okay, so on top of this Three of Wands, we have the Magician. Some of you are dealing with an air sign. The Magician typically comes through to me as Gemini, but it can also represent a Virgo as well, just like the Queen of Swords. I feel like this energy, though, on top of this Three of Wands, is saying that once this decision is made, there is no stopping things. That's when the creation happens. Some of you are in a process of a karmic change, like a decision being made that changes the course of things, but it allows the manifestation of those things that you truly want, that bring happiness. It's moving toward the things that are your final destination. So I feel like this decision that comes through, whoever is making this decision at this Two of Wands is able to make a clear and correct decision because it creates the future. You know, it brings things to fruition, but it is a very taxing decision. So some people may need some extra, I don't know if this is you or the other party, but there may need to be some extra compassion perhaps, or recognition of the stress that this decision may be causing someone. They could be choosing to go against maybe something that had always been a support system to them perhaps. But I do feel like this decision that's made leads to the creation of something great. So let me know what's going on with you, Scorpio, because that was really interesting, but that's what's coming through. So, yeah, comment and let me know, and I will speak with you soon.